There was a time when I assumed life should leave something behind. Not necessarily fame, not necessarily impact, but something tangible. A mark, a contribution that lasted. A sense that being here meant something would remain. Even quietly, the idea lingered. If I live well enough, do enough, understand enough, something of me should stay. This episode is about what it's like when that assumption loosens. When living no longer needs to leave a trace. For much of life, traces feel important. We document, remember, build, preserve. We look back to see what we've done and forward to see what might remain. Even small things can carry this weight. Did this matter? Will this last? Will anyone remember? Living becomes entangled with permanence. But there may come a point when that orientation softens. You still live. You still act. You still care. But the need for continuity drops away. You're no longer asking life to leave evidence of itself. At first, this can feel unsettling. Without the idea of leaving a trace, life can feel strangely unanchored. You may wonder whether things still matter if they don't echo forward. But nothing essential has gone missing. What's missing is accumulation. Living without leaving a trace doesn't mean nothing happens. It means what happens doesn't need to be preserved. Moments occur. They complete themselves. They dissolve. And that's enough. This can feel deeply relieving. You're no longer carrying the pressure to make your life count in a way that extends beyond itself. You're not measuring yourself through memory or outcome. You're not asking the future to validate the present. This episode isn't about erasing yourself or becoming insignificant. It's about releasing the belief that significance depends on duration. A moment doesn't need to last to be real. Presence doesn't need a record. You may notice this in ordinary ways. Conversations that aren't remembered. Acts of care that leave no record. Days that don't stand out. They don't feel wasted. They feel complete. This doesn't make life smaller. It makes it lighter. When you're not trying to leave a trace, attention returns to what's here. You're not splitting yourself between now and later. You're not living for memory. You're living. This episode isn't suggesting you stop creating, helping, or contributing. Those things still happen, but they're not being archived. You're not building something that needs to remain intact. You're responding, and when the response is finished, it ends. This can change how you relate to regret. Without the need for a trace, regret loses its grip. You're not tallying missed opportunities or alternate outcomes. Nothing needs to have happened differently for life to be valid. You may notice that this also changes how you relate to hope. Hope becomes quieter. It's no longer about future payoff. You're not hoping for proof. You're present. Living without leaving a trace also softens fear around disappearance. You're no longer worried about being forgotten because there's no longer a need to be remembered. You're not holding on to existence through legacy. You're here, and that's enough. This can feel like a deep settling. You're not asking life to confirm you. You're not asking it to remember you. You're allowing it to pass through. This episode isn't about resignation. It's about intimacy. When nothing needs to last, you meet moments more fully. You're not distracted by their ending. You're inside them. A laugh doesn't need to be recalled. A quiet moment doesn't need to be named. A day doesn't need to be marked. They happen. They complete themselves. And then they go. This can feel unfamiliar in a world that values permanence, documentation, and legacy. Letting go of trace can feel like letting go of meaning. But meaning isn't being removed. It's being localized. Meaning exists in the moment it's lived, not in what remains afterward. This season has explored expression, creativity, work, helping, contribution, visibility, responsibility, relationship, movement, and stability without identity returning. This final episode lets even that go. Nothing needs to be gathered. Nothing needs to be held. Nothing needs to be remembered. Life doesn't require a footprint to be real. You don't need to leave a mark on life. Life has already passed through you. If you're listening to this and noticing a quiet peace around impermanence, a sense that you don't need to be remembered, you're not disappearing. You're resting. If these reflections feel like something you can return to, you're welcome to stay. Liking the video helps it reach others who feel pressure to make their lives leave a mark. And if you want to keep a steady space like this available, you can subscribe, not for continuity, but for companionship. If someone you care about feels burdened by the need to matter, you're welcome to share this with them, only if it feels right. You don't need to leave a trace. Life is already complete in every moment it passes through. And so are you.